Welcome back to another Bourbon Bums review presented by Greene Valley Wine Spirits, 344 Commons Drive in Bolingbrook, Illinois. I am Bologna. I'm back in my basement, solo show today, but I've got a bottle that I've been wanting to review for the better part of a year. Originally re-released in 2023, it got some good amount of hype over the last year or so, and just because we kept getting different things and trying and releasing our different videos at different times, we never got around to reviewing James E. Pepper, the barrel proof offering from the James E. Pepper, the decanter series, if you will. Look at that beautiful bottle. This is a barrel proof offering, 53.2% alcohol by volume. That translates roughly to 106.4 proof, if I did my math correctly. From the historic James E. Pepper Distillery. James E. Pepper and the Pepper family name, long history in the whiskey game. Jason C. from the Mash and Drum, he did a review on this bottle, and he really went into the history of the Pepper family and how, long time ago, went away, came back, now is revitalized once again. Like I mentioned, this re-released in 2023, and it's really garnering a lot of hype within the last year or so. So I'm excited to dive into it. I did a little bit post-dinner drink just to get some notes, but let's get into James E. Pepper. So this is a barrel proof offering, like I mentioned, that is 106.4 proof, so lower in proof than most barrel proof offerings. I kind of liken it to Michter's, where they have Michter's has a lower barrel entry proof, so even their barrel strength offerings aren't going to reach the crazy high numbers. Same thing with this. Other thing that I should mention about this, it's a 4-grain, so corn, rye, malted barley, and malted rye. So it's a 4-grain whiskey. And they, on their website, they mentioned that it's a blend of whiskeys roughly 5.5 years old on average. But if you look at the bottle and then you look at this color from this whiskey, for it being 5.5 years old, it's got a really beautiful color to it. I'll tell you right off the bat, it doesn't look like a 5.5-year-old whiskey. It doesn't nose like a 5.5-year-old whiskey, and it doesn't taste like a 5.5-year-old whiskey. I should mention again, I got this at my local Binny's Beverage Depot. That's the big box store in the Chicagoland area for $59.99. So right under $60, a little bit over $60 with tax, but I thought that was a pretty decent price for even just this bottle. Like I mentioned, it's a decanter. You could use it after you're done drinking it, but it's a beautiful, beautiful display, beautiful bottle. But let's get into the nose. Like I mentioned, really good color to it. The first thing that stands out, I don't know, maybe just subliminal to me, James E. Pepper. There's black pepper to this. There's black peppercorn, like when you ask for like a peppercorn crust at a steakhouse. That's the first thing that stands out. But then it's honey and butterscotch. I get a ton of butterscotch on this. And then like a bready note. Maybe not bread. Maybe I'm talking cereal, like a honey bunches of oats cereal, like with almonds or with the whatever those little crunchy things are in the honey bunches of oats. It smells really good. Man, that butterscotch note is strong. There's also like a sugary sweet tart. So yeah, predominantly butterscotch, a little bit of like cereal, and then the sweet tart, the sugary. There's like a sugar aspect to it. All right. Before I give you my tasting notes, we're going to play a quick ad from our sponsors at Greene Valley Wine Spirits.
Greene Valley Wine & Spirits in Bolingbrook is the best liquor store in the southwest suburbs. Come see their newly expanded and remodeled location for all your liquor needs. They have a great craft beer selection an ever-expanding portfolio of tequilas and bourbon, and a new wine rack showcasing the best wines around. And while you're there, stop by their newly added tasting bar to try all the Bourbon Bums store picks before you buy. That's Greene Valley Wine and Spirits, 344 Commons Drive at the corner of Route 53 and I-55 in Bolingbrook. And tell them the Bum sent you.
All right. Thank you, Greene Valley. Salute to everyone. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share and all that fun stuff. It goes a long way. Salute. Man, 106.4 proof. It's a spicy meatball up front. There's a ton of like that black peppercorn, clove, baking spice notes to it right up front. It punches you. But then it's like a wave of the butterscotch. There's like a wave of like honey butterscotch, like sweetness to it. That's good. That's really good. Man, so second taste, there's on the finish, there's like a peach ring or like there's like a citrusy peach ring note to it. I've only ever gotten peach ring, like the candied peach rings from Barrel Seagrass, and that's more of a that's a rye, but it's blended with a bunch of different things. And I mean, Barrel does a great job doing, you know, their crazy concoctions. I got a lot of peach rings to that. This is a lot more subtle. It's right on the finish. There's like an orange citrusy note, and there's like a peachy note to it at the end. Man, that's good. That black pepper up front. Ooh, I like this. If I were to have this blind, I would for sure think this is right like at the 110, almost 115 range, proof-wise. And I wouldn't have guessed that it was a 5.5-year-old whiskey. I think this drink's more like an 8-9-year-old product. Really good. I could imagine, you know, now getting a couple more years in this release, if they end up aging this longer, this could be lights out. So I should mention, I got batch number 0069. Nice. But it's only been out for about a year and a half. I said 2023. Now we're in 2025. Maybe closer to 2 years. They're really going through those batches then. Because I saw a couple reviews from like 7 months ago. They were on batch like 13 and then 24 I saw. So they're going through those batches, but batch 69, nice. All right, so I've got to grade this. And to tell you the truth, because of the value aspect to this, I might bump it up in grade. Ooh, I got like a black tea note to it. Like a leathery black tea. Man, the more you sit with it, the more you get out of this. So I've already talked about the black pepper, the butterscotch, the peach rings, the honey, and now I'm getting like black tea and leather at the end of that. Really, really good. Really complex for a 5.5-year-old whiskey. $60. I think this is a bottle that I'm gonna keep in the rotation. It's really good. 8.1. 8.1 for me. I'm gonna have to bring it to Headbum in Charge's house. I want him to try it because while I don't think it's in contention for whiskey of the year, I do think we could probably put this in a couple blinds that I have in mind for later in the year. Maybe like a, you know, best whiskey under $60 or something like that. That would be right up there. Really, really impressed. Really thought it lived up to the hype. I'm happy I got it. I'm happy I'll probably have more than one. Once this is over, I'll probably just have one in the rotation. Really good offering from James E. Pepper. So thank you guys for watching. We will be back next week with another Bourbon Bums review. We'll also be back, me and my hermano Joey P, doing the tequila bums. So the tequila bums is the next video that should be releasing. So thank you guys for watching. Please, like I mentioned before, like, subscribe, share, all of that fun stuff. If you are so inclined, we have Bourbon Bums merch available. This is our MSRP or GTFO shirt. If you go on our socials, you will find out we're giving away a bottle of Blanton's and a bottle of some other fun stuff for anyone that buy, or we're raffling it off. And to get the entry, you buy a shirt by the end of this month, February, and you're entered to win that bottle. So find that all out in our socials, Chicago Sports Bums on Instagram, Chicago Sports Bums on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. Thank you again to Greene Valley Wine and Spirits, 344 Commons Drive in Bolingbrook, Illinois. We will see you soon. Salud.